so many people feeling depressed, and I want to help them with that. I want to help you with your mental health, but I'm not a counselor. I'm probably not even a good listener. What I am good at is helping resolve and find out and then resolving the underlying metabolic condition that contribute to poor mental health. Another example here, but talking a lot about this, is if you have too much toxic load, if you have nutrient deficiencies, if you have underlying clinical infection, parasitic infections, it's going to affect your mitochondrial output. Your mitochondria is where you're producing energy. And because your mitochondria and the production of energy is extremely tied, very closely tied to your neurotransmitter output, your quote unquote depression is almost always at least partially due to mitochondrial output. And therefore, there's an underlying reason. There's obviously underlying reasons to poor mitochondrial output. Like I said, toxins, infection, poor nutrient deficiencies, poor diet. So in our clinic, we never, ever, ever fail. I don't want people coming to our clinic and going, I'm going to be your first failure. I don't want any part of that. I'm just telling you, we've never failed to help improve somebody's quote unquote mental health through changing their physiology. We've worked on their physiology from a natural perspective and always at least improved that situation. I'm letting you know this because you do not have to rely on medications to feel better mentally and spiritually. You don't have to do that. Is there a time and a place for those things? Yes. I'm not here to tell you to not take those medications. It's outside of my scope of practice. It's not outside of my provider's scope of practice. I have nurse practitioners, PAs, that's in their scope of practice to do that. It's not in my scope of practice. I own the clinic. I employ people who can do those things because this is how we choose to practice here, is to try to do our best to help people without the use of drugs and surgery. And I am super proud to say that my providers, man, they are just so good at finding those underlying causes. I want you to know you should find people that can look for those underlying causes and resolve those to the best of your ability to help you avoid those medications and hopefully surgeries as well. I'm Dr. David Morris. Stay healthy, be well.